I'm high on the Vegas Raiders for this year. I'm going to talk more about it later on in this hour. So I'm kind of kicking the tires on what could tear this thing a little bit asunder. Is the Gruden case going to pop up during the season in any way, shape, or form and create, questions for players and things like that? What's going on with the Gruden case and how it moves forward? And will it manifest itself during the season at any point for the Raiders?
I believe that it will not be an issue at any point this year for the team, because what will happen is the ruling from a couple of weeks ago that the case doesn't have to go to arbitration, that the case is allowed to proceed in a normal courtroom setting. The NFL will appeal that to every higher court. It will. It did it with the Rams, the St. Louis relocation litigation. They tried to force it into arbitration. They took it all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court declined to hear the case. The Supreme Court declines to hear like 99% of the cases that are submitted to it. But that takes time. And every step, you've got briefing schedules. You've got months that go by. You've got oral argument. Then you wait for your ruling. And then the window opens on the next level of appeal. And it'll take time. And I don't foresee it. And I don't know much about the machinations of the Nevada legal system, but I'd be stunned if this is resolved at any point before mid-2023.
Okay.
And it'll probably be later than that. It's probably 2 football seasons until we know for sure that Jon Gruden is going to go forward with this effort to basically find out who ordered the code red by leaking those emails that forced him out as coach of the Raiders.
So this thing's going to, smoke him if you got him. This thing's going to take a while.
It's going to go dormant, like so many legal cases do. You hear something about it, and then you don't hear anything about it for a long time, and then you hear something about it again. I doubt we're going to hear anything about Jon Gruden other than the NFL has filed an appeal to the next level up in the Nevada court system. We'll hear about that at some point. There'll be briefing. It'll be bogged down just by the general flow of litigation. And, at some point later this year, early next year, there'll be a decision. And if the NFL loses, they'll appeal it to the next level. And then once it gets to the highest court in Nevada, the NFL will roll the dice again, trying to get the Supreme Court to take up the case. Because there's going to be an obsession, and the NFL has that obsession, to not have these cases play out in open court, and especially not this one. They don't want the public to know what's in those emails, all of the emails. They don't want the public to know who weaponized those emails, whether it was the league office, whether it was Daniel Snyder, whether it was somebody else. They just don't want that dirty laundry out there. So they will fight as long as they can to try to get the case into arbitration.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.